Alright guys, we're back with another Pokemon Masters video, and we did Arceus on the last custom sync pair that I did. Now we are going to be doing Brendan and Primal Groudon. We do have Kyogre and Groudon in the game, of course, but we do not have the Primal forms, so I thought why not do a custom creation on the Primal forms, because they are definitely an anticipated sync pair to come to the game. And they definitely will be very, very strong when they do come to the game, of course, so I thought why not just do my take on the sync pair and just see how it goes. And so with the master passive, it's basically going to be the same thing that we already have in game, because if we try to increase it anymore, it's going to be completely busted because we already have a master passive like this. So if we put both Groudons on the same team, then they're basically going to be taking like next to no damage, and the power that they're going to be doing is just unmatched. It's going to be unmatched. So I thought why not just keep it the same. Because then when you do run both Groudons on the team, then at least it's still going to be broken. But I mean, because you got the two Groudons and then you got Rayquaza and Steven with the Master Passive too. So like it's just going to get a little silly with the whole team of Master Passives like that. So Groudon is just going to be insane. But anyways, enough with that. Let's just get right into it because there's going to be a lot to talk about, of course. So the sync pair is going to be Groudon with Brendan, of course. I wanted to do Brendan this time just because we already have Archie or Maxie with Groudon. So I thought why not just make it a little different, because like if you have Maxie again with Primal Groudon, then it's like, well, they could have just made Groudon Primal evolve with Maxie to begin with. So just to make it a little bit different and worth summoning for, I just wanted to give him Brendan instead. So the Master Passive Hoenn Pride is the same thing of what we already have in game. So I'm not really going to get too much into that. The maximum boost with the whole Hoenn team is going to be 50% on the power, and the maximum damage reduction is going to be 31% with the whole Hoenn team. And then for Passive 2, he's going to have Desolate Land, and weather stays active until either switched out or has fainted. Water type attacks have no effect. Weather cannot be replaced by a regular weather condition. And what that means basically, when another Pokemon comes into the battle and they do not have, or they have like weather changing effects, but they cannot change it. So like let's say Swampert comes in and he tries to use Rainy Day or Rain Dance, he cannot change the sun out and put rain, unless you're Primal Groudon or Primal Kyogre or any other sync pair. So Kyogre in this sense. So if you're Primal Kyogre and you come into the battle, then you could change Groudon's weather because you're on the Primal level. But if you're not on the Primal level, then you cannot change it. There is no way you can change it. So basically, when Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon come to the game, like these weather conditions are going to be permanent unless you have another Primal that can actually change the weather as well. And not being affected by water type attacks, that's going to be crazy because as you can see, Groudon is weak to water. So with him not being able to take damage against water types, he's going to have no weakness. So it's crazy. I wanted to give him that because it would be a lot of fun that way. A little bit busted, of course, but I mean, it's fun. And then for passive number 2, he's going to have HP advantage 5. So the larger the user's percent of HP remaining, the more it powers up the moves. And then for passive 3, he's going to have Super Sun 5, which basically the regular Groudon has. I think it's like Super Sun 4 he has, but with Primal Groudon, I wanted to give him Super Sun 5. So at least he has a better chance at getting that super effective next effect when he attacks. And then it turns into a 60% chance instead of a 50% chance. So it's only a 10% difference, but like it does make a big difference, of course. And then, so he's going to be a striker, he's going to be a fire type, and that's another thing I wanted to change up with Primal Groudon. Because like, if we're going to have the same Pokemon, basically, why not change up something so at least you have different uses for them. So Primal Groudon, fire type, so at least you can use him in fire type events. And then you have the regular Groudon, that's a ground type, so then you could use him in ground type events as well. So I wanted to change that up, just so at least you still have uses for both of the Groudons. I think that's better design, just because at least you could use both Groudons in different scenarios. And that was the goal with creating this Primal Groudon. Because if you have both grounds, like both Groudons as ground types, it would just kind of get annoying, and then obviously you would use Primal Groudon, and then the older Groudon would just be irrelevant at this point. So, like, because I know there's going to be a lot of people that love Maxie with Groudon, so, like, having Brendan with Groudon, with a fire type and everything, like, it just makes more sense, because it's better design, and you can use both in different scenarios and have more fun that way. And then for the theme skills, Fire Strike, Home Strike, and Main Character Strike. And then now moving to the moveset, or the stats. It only shows level 135 with the website that I'm using, but these are going to be the stats at level 150 at 20 out of 20. So the HP at level 150, 821. Physical attack and special attack both are at 501. Physical defense 190. Special defense 175, and the speed is going to be 353. Now for the moveset, this is where it really gets fun. So he's going to have pre-surprise blades, just like regular Groudon. It's a 4K move, physical, with a base power of 189 to 226, accuracy 85, and it's going to be an AoE, and it has no additional effects. For the trainer move, for the land, it's going to be 1 use, and the effect is going to be raises the user's attack and special attack by 6 stat ranks, and lowers the user's defense and special defense by 1 stat rank. In addition, raises the crit rate by 3, and applies the move gauge acceleration when the weather is sunny, and applies the super effective next effect to the user when the weather is sunny as well. So it's definitely a big upgrade from the other Groudon that we have. And then for move number 3, he's gonna have Eruption, which is gonna be a 3 gauge move. Special attack and base power is going to be 135 to 162. Accuracy is going to be 100%. It's going to be an AoE, and the smaller the user's percentage of HP remaining, the lower the power of this attack becomes. And then he's going to have Fire Blast, which is going to be a 3 gauge move. I forgot to do the power of this attack, but I think it's going to be like a 130 base power move, so it's still pretty strong as a single target attack. Accuracy is going to be 100%. Is it? No, I think it's an 85% accuracy attack as well. And then has a 10% chance of leaving the target burned. And then for the sync move, Grand Eruption, it's going to be a 300 base power sync move. It's going to be an AoE because he's a striker at 6 stars. And then when Sun is active, heals 20% of maximum HP. And I wanted to give him a healing because on this passive, he has HP advantage 5. So if he's losing some HP because they sync moved him or whatever the case is, at least when he sync moves, he can get some HP back, and then he can utilize the HP advantage 5 from his passive, and then continue to do all that damage. So this is the Groudon that I made. I think it's fun. Would he come to the game like this? Hell no. He's definitely not going to come to the game like this. He would be completely, like, insane. As Primal Groudon, like in the main series game, like when he does come on the field, like when he does get active in battle, Sun is basically like indefinite. Like it's gonna be an infinite Sun. So like when he comes to Pokemon Masters, that's gonna be the same thing. But how are they gonna do that? I am not sure. Like there's gonna be so many advantages with having infinite Sun. And the same with Kyogre with having infinite rain. Like there's just so many benefits with that for so many sync pairs. And they're going to be buffing so many sync pairs that way too. Because Groudon is going to be the physical attacker, of course. So he's going to be buffing physical fire types. And then, of course, if they're also on the Hoenn team as well, they're going to be getting in the same buff from Groudon being a fire type. So it's going to be insane. And one that comes to mind right away is Signasuit May and Mega Blaziken. They're gonna get so much better when Primal Groudon comes to the game. Like, oh my god, it's gonna be insane. Like having Primal Groudon, Maxie and regular Groudon, and Blaziken and May. Well, that's gonna be a pretty deadly combo because the amount of damage that you're gonna be doing is gonna be insane. It's gonna be way too much for any team to handle. Because then you got 2 master passives, that's significantly buffing physical attacks. You got both Groudon with pre-surprised blades, and then you got Mega Blaziken that's just spamming moves like crazy left and right, lowering physical defense as well. Like, it's just gonna be an insane team whenever Primal Groudon comes to the game. This is what I have for Primal Groudon. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think he's busted? I mean, to be fair, regardless, when he comes to the game, he's most likely going to be busted, because look at how they made regular Groudon. When he first came to the game, he was insanely busted. Same with Kyogre. And even now, like, if you want to use Groudon in an event where they're weak to ground, he's still going to dominate. The amount of damage that he does is crazy, because he also has Ground Zone. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. When you have, what's her name? She's part of Team Magma. Oh my god, the names are not coming to me right now. She has Camera Up, and she has Ground Zone. So like, when you have Ground Zone and then both Groudons, they're gonna be buffing pre-surprised blades, and it's just gonna be insane. So like, yeah, no, this would just be like, this would just be insane. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, whenever Primal Groudon comes to the game, he's definitely gonna be just like how regular Groudon came out. He's gonna be busted. He's gonna be insane, and he's gonna age very well, just because of the fact that he's gonna have indefinite sun. It's gonna be crazy. Like, it's gonna be insane for Groudon and all the fire types and any other Synchro that gets buffed in the sun, and vice versa for Kyogre as well. For all the water types, or anybody or any Synchro that gets buffed in the rain. So when these two come to the game, just be prepared that they're gonna age very well, and they're gonna be relevant for a very long time. So whenever they come, I would recommend for everybody to summon for them. But I can't see them coming out anytime soon. So, I mean, we'll see. Maybe 5-year anniversary. Or New Year's, like, big time celebrations is when these guys would typically come out. Especially if they're going to be breaking the game. So, yeah, that's going to be it. Let me know what you guys think of my custom creation for Brendan and Primal Kyogre. That'll be it for this video. Leave all your comments down below in the comments below. And that's going to be it. I'll see you guys on the next video.